G'day guys, welcome into the stream. Master Craney here, Master Craney Gaming here. I've got a small stream for you guys here right now. I'm just trying to load up there we go, my window. There it is. So we're on the Super Brew website, and we're going to be predicting some games for this week's matches and potentially like the following week, because I've got a holiday coming up and it's the holiday is till, get rid of that pop-up. The holiday is till, so it's from the 3rd to the 7th of February. So obviously these round 18 is between the 6th and the 9th of Feb. So obviously we're going to predict this round as well, and that would probably go for other leagues as well. And I'm also going to talk to you at the end of predicting all my leagues about FC25 content for this year and what I'm going to focus on predicting on there and what I'm not going to focus on or not going to do anymore. So yeah, I got some big calls there, but hopefully you'll understand that I have to cut back on a bit of my FIFA content as it's just taken up way too much of my time, and I really need time. Time is an enemy. Time is key sometimes. I don't know, but like yeah, FC25 for predicting games, like yeah, it takes up way too much of my time, and I need my time for other things, like family events and other stuff, just in my general life, and also gaming, like other games and stuff as well. So yeah, we'll talk to you about that at the end of the predictions. But we're going to start off with predicting the A-League for round 17 and round 18. So let's get into it. So round 17, the first game, which is tonight, it's at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane. It's Brisbane Roar hosting Western Sydney Wanderers. The Roar are coming off 5 losses and 1 win in their last 6 matches. The Wanderers are coming off 3 losses, 1 draw and 1 win in their last Sorry, they're coming off 2 wins, 3 losses and 1 draw in their last 6 matches. So yeah, this should be an entertaining game. Brisbane haven't played too well. In fact, they're sitting 13th, bottom of the leaderboard or the ladder. Western Sydney Wanderers are 9th, so they're not that much further. Obviously, points they are, 18 to 5. You've got to fancy the Wanderers in this one, I think. Brisbane play all right at home though, and they picked up quite a few points. I think they've picked up more points at home this year so far than away. But like I said, they've only got like 1 win under their belts. So yeah, and 2 draws. So they don't look like the most informed team here, and I can't see them winning it, to be honest. They just, yeah, I just can't see it. So I'm going to go for the Wanderers. Do I reckon it will be a good game? Yeah, it could be. Do I reckon Brisbane can score? 100% they can score. They have some good centre forwards up front. But yeah, I think I'm going to edge Wanderers in this one. So I'm going to say Brisbane Roar 1, Western Sydney Wanderers 2. Moving on, we've got the 3 o'clock game in Auckland, in New Zealand. We've got Auckland FC hosting Macarthur. Now, this is a good one because we've got Auckland FC who have had 2 losses, 2 draws, 3 wins. And then we've got Macarthur also with 2 losses, 1 draw, and 4 wins in their last 7 matches. Macarthur currently sit 4th with Auckland in 1st, but the points is only 6 between both these two teams. Macarthur can definitely win this 100%, and I reckon they could win it, but you can't write off Auckland. They're a top-notch team, especially at home. They've proved that, and I can see them winning all 3 points. So yeah, it's a tough match. I'm gonna go Auckland FC 1, Macarthur 1. I reckon it'll be an entertaining draw. I can see both teams winning it, maybe edging it, but I'm going to play it safe and going to lock in the draw. So I'm going to say 1-1 between Auckland and Macarthur. Moving on, we've got the 5 o'clock kickoffs between Sydney FC and Adelaide United. This one is going to be a belter. I can see it going either way. Sydney FC sits 7th, Adelaide 2nd. That means nothing, especially at Sydney, Allianz Stadium. Sydney play really well there. They are coming off 2 losses in a row though, so that could be a point that they that could be, I don't know, that could be pretty bad, but Adelaide are the informed team at the moment, and I just can't see past them. But can they win at Allianz? Sydney, you never know. Sometimes they win at home, sometimes they lose. They're kind of like the Port Adelaide side in the footy. They're just kind of up and down, and you just don't know whether to pick them. You pick them and they lose. You don't pick them and they win. It's pretty much like every team in the AFL that I know. But I'm going to go for Sydney. I'm going to say that they win. It will be narrow though. I'm going to go for, I reckon Adelaide score a few. So I'm going to go for a high scoring Sydney FC 3, Adelaide United 2. I reckon it'll be a really good game. But yeah, could go either way. Anyway, moving on, 7:35 kickoff, Central Coast Mariners on Saturday versus the Jets. This is a derby. It's going to be fierce, and it should be, because they only sit 8th and 11th on the table, although the gap is 11 and 19, so not too much. It is at Gosford on the coast, on the Sunshine Coast. Sorry, on the Central Coast. I mean, not Sunshine Coast. Oh my god. It should be a good game. I reckon the Mariners could do it. They have been poor this season, though. Although they did win their, sorry, I thought they won their last match, saying they drew it. I could have sworn they won it. Maybe it hasn't been updated. I reckon Central Coast do it. Plus, Newcastle Jets. Oh my god, I hate them. I don't hate them. I hate the play style of them. It's very timid. If there's any Jets fans out there, you can say what you want, but like, I just don't rate their forward press, their defense, nothing. I think that they need. They've got good players. They just need better chemistry, and sometimes they just don't have that. And it's very rare that they do win. As you can tell, they've only got 11 points for the season, but they can still do it. It could be a close game, but with the way Mariners have been playing in their last few matches, I can only see one winner here, and I'm going to go quite heavy just because I just think the Central Coast, they're praying for a win, and they need wins on the board too. I'm going to go Mariners 3-1. 3-1. And our final game is Perth Glory versus Victory. I reckon the Glory can win, but surely the Melbourne boys get it done. My team, Melbourne Victory. We need to get it done. We really do. We're sitting 6th, and if Sydney FC win, That's pressure back on us. If Central Coast win, which I have tipped them, that's pressure on us. So we need to win. I feel like we could win. I also feel like we could lose this one though. It's going to be tight, but you just expect no victory to just about edge it, just about get over the line. So I'm going to go with them. I'm going to say that victory, they grind out a 1-0 win. It's not going to be pretty, but I reckon they'll grind it out and just about get there. So yeah, we've gone for victory to beat Perth at home, 1-0. We've gone for the Mariners to beat Newcastle at home, 3-1. Sydney FC to beat Adelaide United 3-2 at home. Auckland and Macarthur to draw 1-1 at Auckland, and at Brisbane, we've gone for Brisbane Roar to lose to Western Sydney Wanderers by 2-1. And now we'll move on to round 18. Round 18, we've got the Phoenix and the Roar. Phoenix haven't won many, so I actually fancy Brisbane in this one. Even being in Wellington, I still fancy the Roar. So I'm going to edge the Roar. It's going to be low scoring though. I'm going to go 1-0 Roar. Adelaide v Melbourne City. Ooh, this is a juicy one. This is a good game. There will be goals in this one, 100%. I can see this being really, really high, like really, really high scoring. It could go either way, really. Melbourne City has some good strikers. Adelaide play really well, and they're going to have the 12th man or 13th man with their crowd behind them. I don't know. Melbourne City play really well in Adelaide. And they did beat them a few times there, so in previous years. So I'm going to go Melbourne City to beat Adelaide. It's going to be high scoring. I'm going to go Adelaide 3, Melbourne City 4. That's going to be game of the round for me, I reckon. Anyway, moving on, we've got Perth Glory versus the Mariners. I reckon the Glory could win this one because the Mariners haven't been in the best of form. But I'm going to play it safe and say a 1-1 draw. Victory will beat the Jets 100%. I hate their style, and yeah, I hate predicting them to win, and then they let me down. So you know what I'm going to do right here? Melbourne Victory, boys, my team. Melbourne Victory 5, Newcastle Jets 1. It's happening, boys. It's probably not, but we gotta hope. We gotta hope. Sydney FC v Western Sydney Wanderers there. Ooh, and now this one. This one could be the game of the round. I've said Adelaide v Melbourne City is the game of the round though, so yeah, this one's hard to predict because there's been so much late drama recently in recent years between these two matchups, or these two teams. They're both coming off 2 losses in a row. It's a really tough one to predict. Yeah, I actually can't predict this one, man. This one's really tough. I'm leaning towards the Wanderers, but I don't know why. Maybe because Sydney haven't, played too well, but they play well at home. They've got good forwards, and they play very good down the wing and down the right and left. Sorry, down the right and left wing. Not to say that Wanderers don't do that either, but yeah, I just feel like I actually don't know, man. I really don't know. I want to edge the Wanderers, but Sydney FC are like that bogey team, but yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I'm gonna have to go with the Desmond, I think. I'm gonna say 2-2. Yep, 2-2. And finally, we're at Campbelltown Stadium for Macarthur v Western United. Western United, what can you say about them? They've been absolutely excellent this year so far, picking up 5 wins, 1 draw, and only 1 loss in their last 7. To MacArthur's still quite good, 4 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. This is going to be an entertaining game. I can see it being very high scoring as well. MacArthur could win this tie. But Western United, you can't write them off. They've been excellent. Their defense has been stellar. Their attacking press from the midfielders and into their forwards, into the into the opposition's penalty box has been great. I mean, I can't see past them really, but I'm going to go for a surprise win here to MacArthur. In saying all that about Western and then picking a surprise result, but yeah, I'm going to go MacArthur 3, Western United 2. It'll be close. But I can actually see MacArthur winning this one. So I'm going to go 3-2. And to be fair, that is a bit harsh on Western United, especially because they've been really good. Prove me wrong, Western United, but at MacArthur, I mean, home ground advantage, I reckon it's a good game. But yeah, 3-2 MacArthur. So we've got 3-2 MacArthur over Western United, 2-2 draw between Sydney and Western Sydney, a 5-1 win for the Victory over the Jets, a 1-1 draw between the Glory and the Mariners, a 4-3 high-scoring bonanza between Melbourne City and Adelaide, and Brisbane Roar to win 1-0 at the Phoenix in Wellington. So yeah, those are my tips and picks for the A-League. Now we're going to be moving on to the FA Cup, which starts in 8 days. Who am I going to predict in this or pick in that? I'm just going to go Coventry. I should have chose Leicester, my team. Now, this first game, this is amazing because it's my team, Leicester. We're going to Old Trafford. Are we going to beat Man United? Now, Man United, they have to be talked about. They are in shambles right now in the Premier League. They are in shambles. Sometimes they perform well, sometimes they perform absolutely terrible. And at home, I can see Leicester winning this. My team, Leicester, I can see them winning. But our defensive play in recent weeks has been absolutely abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. Absolutely trash. So I can also see us getting pumped. So because I can see us getting pumped, but I can also see Man United being shambles, that only leaves one result for me, and that is a Desmond 2-2 draw. I reckon it'll be close, but yeah, I can only see a draw in this one. So yeah, 2-2 draw between Man United and Leicester. Leeds, they should be fine in this game. I'm going to go 2-0 over Millwall. I'm going to go for Man City to beat Leyton Orient, but just by the 1 goal. I'm going to go 2-1 between Coventry and Ipswich. Coventry to win that one. I'm going to go for Everton to beat Bournemouth in a very high-scoring 4-3 win. Goodison. I'm going to go for Preston North End to draw 1-1 with Wickham. Southampton to beat Burnley by 2-1. I'm going to go for Stoke City to draw 0-0 with Cardiff City. I'm going to go Wigan Athletic to beat Fulham, which is quite a surprise, 1-0. I'm going to go Birmingham City to beat Newcastle by 2-1 in a very close upset, maybe a late stoppage winner. Brighton to beat Chelsea, again another upset by 2-1. I'm going to go for Blackburn Rovers, unfortunately, to lose to Wolves by 1-2. or 2-1. Plymouth Argyle will not beat Liverpool. I am going to go quite draw heavy and say 6-0 Liverpool. If it was an away game, I'd give Argyle a goal because they've played really well away and they've barely won any at home. So 6-0 Liverpool, and it could be more to be fair. This one's a good one. Villa v Tottenham. I'm going to go 1-1 draw. Can't really split them. Doncaster Rovers will play alright, but I've got to edge Palace 1-0. And I'm going to go for Nuno's Nottingham Forest to beat Exeter City by 3-0. And then the next tournament we will be predicting will be the I don't think it's the Super League. Isn't that rugby? Yeah, that's rugby. I'm not doing that. Not doing any rugby stuff. I'm not doing AFL either because that doesn't start yet. What else is there? NFL? No, that's nearly over. Nope. Nope. Bundesliga. Let's do this. Werder Bremen v Mainz. Let's just go 2-1. I don't know enough about this league, so we're just gonna do some quick fire predictions in this one. 2-0 Bayern, 2-1 Augsburg, 1-0 Borussia Dortmund, 2-0 to Stuttgart. I'm going to go for 1-0 Bochum. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Union Berlin and Leipzig. Frankfurt should be fine in this one over Wolfsburg 3-0. And Bayer Leverkusen to beat Hoffenheim 2-0. And I will be, actually that doesn't matter, I'm just going to do one for that. Champions League predictor, we'll do this. Oh, okay, I've already done it apparently, never mind. Championship predictor. Blackburn Rovers, I reckon 1-1 draw between them and Preston North End. Oxford to beat Bristol by 2-1. Plymouth Argyle to lose at home again 1-0 to West Brom. Watford to beat Norwich by 4-2. Quite high scoring there. Derby County, terrible form. 4-0 Sheffield United. Hull City, they've been playing good. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for them versus Stoke. Again, 2-0 win for Leeds over Cardiff. Mind you, that's a bit harsh. Cardiff have been playing well. They might get a goal, but I'm not predicting it. 2-1 to Millwall over QPR. Portsmouth or Pompey, 2-0 over Burnley. That is quite an upset. Very harsh on Burnley, but I reckon they can do it. Just a 1-0 win for Wednesday over Luton. Coventry to beat Swansea by 2-1 away from home. Middlesbrough and Sunderland, banging game. I reckon Middlesbrough will win this one though, 3-1. Burnley to get over Oxford by the 1-0. QPR to draw 0-0 with Blackburn Rovers. And Coventry Leeds. I reckon Leeds will be fine in this one. But I'm going to go for quite a tight one. I'm going to say 2-1 Leeds over Coventry. I'll be back for that round, so that's fine. La Liga. Let's just predict this. Legans to draw 1-1 with Rayo. Getafe to beat Sevilla 1-0. Villarreal to beat Valladolid 1-0. Atletico Madrid to beat Mallorca 4-0. Espanyol to beat Real Madrid by 1-0. I know that's an upset, but I'm just doing it because it's got home advantage. Barca 3-0 versus Alaves. Valencia 1, Celta Vigo 1, Osasuna 1, Real Sociedad 0. Probably said that wrong. Osasuna, I don't know. Real Betis 3. Athletic Club 3. And Girona to beat Las Palmas by 2-0. League 1. Montepillo, like I said, don't know anything about this league, so just 1-0 Lens over Montepillo, 2-0, actually, I was going to say 2-0, we're not doing that, 2-1 PSG over Brest, AS Monaco to beat, however you say that, 1-0, Auxerre, maybe, I don't know, Lille to beat Saint Etienne 2-0, and Nice to beat Toulouse 1-0, Angers to beat Le Havre 2-0, Reims versus Nantes, I guess 1-0 Nantes, Rennes 1-0 over Strasbourg, and Marseille 3-1 over Lyon. Then we've got the Series A. Parma to beat, again, nothing, I don't know enough about this league. I'm just going to predict these results, not really going to say anything because it's basically pointless. I don't know enough about the teams. Atalanta, they're alright, I know them. I'll win 2-0. As for everyone else, I don't really know them. Juventus should be fine. I'm going to give them 3 actually. Should be fine. Fiorentina, they won the Europa League last year. Genoa's still a good side, 2-0 there to the home side. 3-1 AC Milan over Inter, that's a derby. Roma to lose at home, 1-0 to Napoli. And yeah, again, don't know these teams, so 3-1, that's here. Women's Super League. Manchester City to beat Arsenal by 2-0. Brighton to lose to Palace by 1-0. Everton to beat Leicester City by 3-0. Liverpool to beat West Ham by 3-1. Aston Villa to lose at home by 3-0 at Chelsea, or first Chelsea at Villa. And Tottenham and Manchester United to grind out for Tottenham to win 3-2, but grind out a 2-2 draw perhaps at half time, and then unfortunately I feel like Tottenham will just have too much for them. And then I think this might be the second last one we're going to do is Europa League. Actually, no, we're not going to do that apparently because we've already predicted it. Alright, well then we might do, what's this, Scottish Premiership? Not even going to do that because I have no idea what the hell that is. PSL? Again, I have no idea what the hell that comp is, so won't be doing it. The final one is the Premier League. Here we go. Alright, so the Premier League, we've got Nottingham Forest up against Brighton and Hove Albion. This should be a good game. Forest are playing very, very well. I feel like you almost can't write off Brighton in this one though. As Forest have lost a game now, you kind of feel like the pressure's on for this game, and you just never know. It's Brighton; they could do something in this match. I don't think they have enough to win, outright win, but they could do something. They could get a point at least. So it could be close, but I'm going to edge Forest. I'm going to say Chris Wood maybe gets a goal, and that is where she lays. So 1-0 to Forest. Bournemouth v Liverpool. What a big game this is. Bournemouth fans, I want to predict you to beat Liverpool, but I don't know if I can. Liverpool have been amazing at home, away, no matter where they play. They've got a good team and good bond, and they play the game really well. So it's hard to see past them being at the top. You feel that it's almost certain that they're going to win the title. But hey, if they slip up here and Arsenal win, that's a 3-point gap, and it's a 6-point gap if Forest win, which I have predicted them to win 1-0. Do I think Bournemouth can win? Yes, I do, because they beat they beat 5-0 last week. Shoot, was it Forest? Yeah, it was Forest. They beat 5-0 last week. So I mean, they can win it. Evan Nilsson's been great for them. I reckon it'll be close. I reckon. Oh, look, I really want to pick Bournemouth, but I just can't see it. So I'm going to give both teams a point. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. I reckon maybe a goal from Evan Nilsson, and then maybe Salah for Liverpool, or maybe Van Dijk or Trent Alexander-Arnold. But yeah, we'll see. Everton v Leicester. Now, I want to predict Leicester since they had a win against Spurs, but I feel like now that they've won, they're just going to end up being trash again. And for that reason, I'm not going to predict them because I know that they'll let me down again. I will be watching this game very closely, and I hope that they can prove me wrong. But I can only see one winner. So, as much as I'd love it for Leicester to win, and I will be watching this game, I am going to say 2-0 Everton. However, I hope it is not 2-0 Everton. But that's what I'm going to say. Anyway, moving on. We've got Ipswich Town and we've got Southampton. Both teams have been trash this season. Ipswich Town may be slightly better, but I can see Southampton getting something here. And to be honest, Ipswich, that result against Man City at home was just terrible. Terrible play. Terrible playing. I know they're Man City, but like that kind of kicked the start to their season again, and now they're in fourth. So look, I know you're versing Southampton, but if they take them lightly, Southampton will punish them. Now, it might be harsh to say that Southampton win this one, so I feel like I should probably play it safe and go for the draw. It's a tough one to predict for sure, but as much as Southampton have been shit this season, I'm going to predict them to win. And I know that will come as a surprise to Ipswich fans, but I can actually see them winning it quite well. Southampton 3, Ipswich Town 0. I've gone for it. I reckon that Ipswich Town will take them lightly. Southampton will get a nice early goal, and then 2 in the second half. And yeah, that's really going to put pressure on Ipswich Town. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see with other results. Anyway, moving on to Newcastle versus Fulham. Newcastle are fighting for a Europa League spot. They're also fighting for possibly a Champions League spot or a Europa Conference League spot. But then again, so are Fulham. And Fulham, although they're still quite far from a Europa League spot or Europa Conference League spot, they can still make it up there. So they need to win. But I just can't see past Newcastle at home. So I'm going to go for Newcastle, but I'm only going to go 1-0. I'm going to say it's a game of defense, and 1-0 Newcastle to make the breakthrough in the second half. It'll probably be Alexander Isak to score that goal. But yeah. Wolves v Villa in the derby. I can only see one winner. Wolves have been terrible this season. I can't see them scoring. 3-0 Villa away from home. They've got some good Champions League games under their belt, and they've won those. So I can't see Wolves really scoring in this one. And yeah, I can only see one winner. So 3-0 Villa. Moving on, Brentford Tottenham. Yeah, what can we say about Tottenham? Loss, draw, loss. And Brentford is kind of patchy form, but they're still winning games. Tottenham, they're on the downhill, and if they lose this one, and Everton, Leicester, Wolves, and Ipswich win, they are going to be in strife, Tottenham. But to be fair, they have played well this season, so you can't write them off. But like I said, it's a tough game, and Brentford will punish Tottenham, I reckon, if they take them too lightly. It's going to be a good game. It's a hard game to predict, but I'm going to say Brentford win it 2-1. I reckon they'll put pressure on Tottenham, and yeah, that's not going to be good for Tottenham or Ange Postecoglou. And right now, I can also see Palace winning 2-0 at Manchester United. I reckon Manchester United are also going to be in the shambles this week. They are not going to be happy with this result, but I can see Palace winning at 2-0. Palace have been playing quite well in recent weeks, and to be fair, it's only 12th versus 13th, and 2 points split them between the table, 29 and 27. So 2-0 Palace. Moving on, we've got two very good games, or actually, sorry, I should say 3 very good games left. We've got Arsenal Man City and Chelsea West Ham, and then the Everton v Liverpool matchup. We'll predict Everton v Liverpool first. I'm gonna say because it's the last game at Goodison Park, we want to send them off in style. So I'm gonna say 1-0 Everton. However, I can't really see past Liverpool winning this one, but being the fact that it's at Everton, it's at Goodison Park, and it's going to be the last Merseyside derby ever at Goodison Park, I am putting my faith in Everton to grind out a 1-0 win. But it probably won't happen, but you never know. Anyway, moving on. Derby. Chelsea West Ham. 1-1 draw. And I'm going to tell you why. Chelsea, they've been good this season. West Ham, much the same. West Ham, they've been patchy. Sometimes they grind out wins, sometimes they grind out draws, sometimes they grind out losses. So they're pretty draw heavy too, so I've gone for a draw for them. Why a draw Chelsea though? Well, I just feel like being a derby, they in a big game at that, they'll play well, but I don't know. I feel like it's going to be like one of those bogey games where they hit the post about 6 or 7 times and just the ball doesn't go in for them. I also feel like West Ham's defense in recent weeks has been pretty good, pretty solid. So that's why I'm saying 1-1 draw. I know Chelsea fans are going to hate me for saying that, but 1-1 draw. West Ham are the goods. They can definitely do it. I know they sit 14th, but that's not terrible. Chelsea sit 6th. It's not going to be great for them if they draw or lose this game because they're fighting for Europa League spots or potentially Champions League spots as well. So 1-1 draw. Not great for Chelsea, but that's what I've predicted. Speaking of predictions, I'm going for the upset here. I'm going for Arsenal to beat Man City. Now, to be fair, Arsenal are 2nd, Man City are 4th. Man City are back on track with their season. So technically Arsenal beating Man City is not really an upset. But to be fair, Man City back on track now. You feel like they should be beating Arsenal. but Arsenal need to put the pressure on Liverpool, especially if Everton beat Liverpool and Bournemouth beat Liverpool, although I've gone for a draw, then Arsenal would need to win this game. I'm going Arsenal 2-0. I reckon Arsenal will win this. They'll want to put pressure back on Liverpool, and I can see them grinding out a 2-0 win. Man City, they've been patchy recently. They've been good, but they've also been patchy, and they've been scoring many. So I can see Arsenal maybe just frustrating Man City a little bit and grinding out a 2-0 win. So yeah, those are my predictions. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. But I'm going to tell you now what predictions we're going to be having in 2025 and in the future moving forward. So, as some of you might be aware, I predict Premier League football, sometimes Championship football, and sometimes A-League football on FC25. But I need to cut back on some of my FC25 content. So, what I'll be doing instead is I will predict Premier League football on FC25 every second week. And because I am going away next week, I won't be predicting any of these scores, although I feel like I've already predicted these on FC25. So I think round 25 we'll skip, and then you'll see me back for FC25 Premier League predictions in round 26. So round 25 we'll still be doing them, but we'll be doing them on Super Brew. And every second week it will be Super Brew, Super Brew, Super Brew, Super Brew. And every other week it will be on FC25, just to kind of cut it back a bit. Obviously, if there's a week where I can't predict because I've got other things planned, then yeah, it might be 2 times in a row that we predicted on Super Brew. But then obviously I'll change it back to FIFA. As for A-League predictions, they are going to continue as per normal. And as for Championship football, that's going to be on Super Brew as well now. I'm also going to be thinking of, maybe not this season, but next season, creating my own Super Brew Premier League tipping competition and A-League tipping competition, and having prizes at the end for the winners. So just first place, I would say, maybe second place as well, and just I don't know what those prizes will be as of yet, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, definitely thinking of having some competition with my predictions on Super Brew. And next year, I think I'll be mostly likely not playing FC25, but playing FC26 or just doing the predictions on Super Brew. But yeah, that's the plan for 2025, is for Premier League predictions and A-League predictions to be split on FC25 or FC26 when it comes out, and also on Super Brew. As for Championship football, just on Super Brew, and for everything else, I may predict it on Super Brew, or I may just not predict it at all. But yeah, the main ones are Premier League, A-League, and then sometimes Championship. But the main two are A-League and Premier League, because they're the ones that I watch the most. A-League is the one that I go to the most, and yeah, that's kind of just how it is. So yeah, that's the video for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I will catch some of you, if not all of you, in the next one. And just a quick shout out to Pixels, my man. Hello there! dropped a like. Hope you're doing okay, brother. I'm fine, Pixels. Thank you very much for dropping in, brother. I appreciate you very much. And yeah, I'm doing all right. I mean, yeah, I had a big day at work today, so yeah, that was not great. But I kind of screwed my back a bit, but I'll be fine, I guess. I'll just have to put some cream on it or whatnot. Anyway, thanks for dropping in, brother. And yeah, might see some of you on the next stream. We'll be streaming SnowRunner. Sorry, start again. We'll be streaming SnowRunner in about half an hour's time, so stay tuned for that stream. Alright, guys. Peace out. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you later.